I don't know what I was doing for that intro. Just trying to find something different to do. Other than to say, hey, what's going on, guys? Luke Waters. Anyways, what's going on YouTube? It is Luke Waters, back again with another YouTube video. And today, I'm gonna give you guys some LSA swap tips. I'm gonna tell you guys how much I paid to swap my LSA on my Caprice. And maybe help you guys out in today's market because let's be honest, buying a new LSA kit right now is insanely expensive. I'm gonna show you why buying something new from Boost District or whatever your preferred purchaser is, and why it's a ripoff. Because I was able to put together my LSA kit for less than half the price of a brand new kit. Granted, when you buy one brand new, it gives you everything you need to install it, all factory stuff, which is probably the best stuff you can get. So just keep that in consideration. Another thing is, a lot of the stuff I bought was used or secondhand. So obviously I'm not gonna pay, I didn't pay full price for everything. So that's something else to do. So that's something else to keep in mind as well when I go through my list. So the first thing I bought when I did my LSA swap was the fuel rails. I found the fuel rails for really cheap on Marketplace for 150 bucks. Went and picked them up. And after that, my journey began of swapping an LS onto the Caprice. So we're gonna keep a total up on the screen somewhere. I'll put it up there somewhere. The fuel rails was 150. The second thing I bought was the blower. And that was about $1,000. You needed a new isolator. Other than that, it was just a stock bottom half of a blower. It was a takeoff off of a CTSV from when they had the recalls back in the day. Paid $1,000 for that. Now this is where I think I got my best deal. I bought a lid for $600. Now, if you see in my previous video where my brick failed, obviously you know the brick wasn't perfect. So I went and had that reinforced for another $120 and it fixed the crack, fixed my problems. We're good to go. We'll say the lid total was $720, including the reinforced brick. Next, now this part of my swap I really screwed up on, which was my belt drive. I bought a 6-rib for like a LS3 Camaro, and then I realized it was supposed to drive off one bell. It was a mess, but I got it to work somehow. I think the way I did it was super wrong, but I got it to work. That was about $500. Next, I bought the heat exchanger. That was we'll say 235. It's 234. We'll say 235. I did have two stock CTSV heat exchangers, but when I was tearing the bumper apart, I didn't like the routing of them or how they mounted, so I just bought an aftermarket heat exchanger, which I think was a definite plus because my intake temps are nice and cool. Obviously, with the heat exchanger, I bought a bunch of accessories, which included the pumps and some hoses and stuff. I got the pump used for like 60 bucks, and all the other accessories, I rounded it up to about 120 bucks for the clamps, hoses, coolant, all that stuff. Supercharger belt with the 6-rib was like 25 bucks, which was a big plus of the 6-rib kit, but just get an 8-rib kit. Get the 8-rib kit, be done with it. I would not advise buying a factory one. LSX Concepts makes some good stuff. I'm probably gonna order from them next for my belt drive kit. I had to buy Supercharger bolts. They were like 20 bucks. It was like the ICT bolts. Most of the things I wrote down, I'm gonna list in the description for the swap in case you guys wanna check some of these parts out and use it for your own LSA swap. You're more than welcome to. I got a used low mile harmonic balancer for about 50 bucks, which I think that was another great buy as well because those are pretty expensive. And I also got a catch can for $30. So I believe that pretty much wraps up everything I paid for the LSA swap to get it to run. Now you can do like a power steering relocation bracket, which I'm going to do, but I didn't write that down because I didn't do it yet. I would highly recommend getting LSA style valve covers. Don't drill holes in the stock coil brackets. It just looks like crap. Just get good valve covers. I'm getting Holley valve covers. They're coming soon. That's like another 200 bucks. And get a good intake. I just use my Rotofab intake and piece it together with parts I had laying around the garage. So I don't really have a good cold air intake on it, which is why I didn't list it as a price. And plus it was from the Rotofab from the previous setup. So all in all, I spent around $2,850 to get a running LSA on my Caprice. And it performed pretty well. That being said, so for $2,850, a new kit is somewhere around $6,000, right? Well, I mean, that's for a basic Z01 lid kit. So for less than half, I was able to piece together my own running, functioning kit. Get a 5-inch intake ready to go right off the bat because, like I said, it's gonna throw off your tune. It's gonna make it run more lean, obviously with more air. Definitely upgrade your injectors as well. I just had stock LSA injectors already in the car. I'm gonna get FIC 1000 cc's. Obviously I'm gonna buy them used. Buying parts used, a lot of people get kind of sketched out about, but just get them flow tested, make sure they're good. It's not that expensive. You'll save a lot of money in the long run just buying used. But yeah, it's kind of sad that I was able to piece together a whole LSA kit for less than half the price of a brand new one and have a running car at the end of it, so. Car was already cam swapped, so if you're starting off with a bone stock Caprice G8 SS, whatever it is, just keep. Actually, the SS you don't need to cam swap. The G8 and the Caprice you have to cam swap because of the DoD. Keep in mind, add an extra $1,500 on top of this price, and the funny thing is when you do that, you're still cheaper than buying a brand new LSA kit. I got my cam kit from Blue Line Performance. I'll have the link to them down in the description below. Hit them up. They're great, good service. William Corey's a good dude. Like I said, getting that lid for $600 on my end and then paying to reinforce it. So a reinforced lid for $720, that's a pretty good deal. Don't rush into the swap. Do some research. Find out what's going to work for your car. Find out what the parts you want. And yeah, this is just a little tip for you guys on LSA swapping and the prices and stuff. Obviously, I didn't include headers. I have cheap Manzos. Would not recommend them to anybody. Just get JBAs. But you don't really need headers to get it running. Everything I listed is basically just to get the car running. So yeah, that's how I LSA swapped my Caprice and what I paid to LSA swap. If you guys have any LSA swap questions or prices for stuff, or you guys see some, obviously any kind of information, feel free to leave a comment in the comment sections down below. I'd be happy to help you out. As always, it's been Luke Waters, and I'll see you guys on the next video.